Yes, to the guy holding the flip video right behind you, needs some lotion, seriously.
To the guy in front of me, just a little bit below, turn your head straight.
In the words of Brandon's roommate, you know how these hoes be.
To the guy in front of me, thank you for wearing 49ers apparel.
To the faggot who took a picture of me while taking a shit. Fuck you.
That's right. I'm finally wearing the 49ers apparel. I bought 2 of them. I'm your host, Brandon Brown, and welcome to The Range! And here with your panel, the one, the only, thank God, J.D. Brown.
Like I said, all of us are the hosts.
Wes Henderson. Cleveland Spears. And the Honorable Chris Gallen.
It's going to be a show today.
And I guess for the moment, you know, Chris is happy, at least for now, that JB is sitting straight. So, hey. Who knows? Who cares? For the moment, let's start it off with Cleveland Spears.
All right, yesterday we discussed a little bit Tiger Woods and not playing this weekend's tournament, probably not next week's tournament, probably not the next week's tournament, maybe not the Masters. Well, it comes out today that he is about to speak to the public on Friday. Now, when I say speak, this fool is going to be in front of a selected group of media people and will not answer any questions. That is retarded. You might as well put it on your website or send in a statement to ESPN so they can just read it for you. But if you're not going to field any questions, then what's the point of a press conference? So, I mean, that is really stupid to me, but apparently he's supposed to discuss, about his behavior, supposed to discuss, what he's been doing, and what exactly, his future plans are, at least for this golf season. When he plans to return and stuff like that. But the problem is he's not going to field any questions. Because, the man says, I don't want anybody in my business. But the problem is, you're Tiger Woods. We're already in your business. So there's no reason why we have to sit here and say, you know what, man, we'll go ahead and take what you got to say. Because there will be questions after he gets done. And he's already said he won't answer any of them. That is stupid. What y'all think?
I think it is stupid. Come on now. You are Tiger Woods. You are a public figure. You're a role model. At least to me, since, you're banging more than one. But that's off the record. Anyway, what you need to do, you're going to have to answer questions at some point. You might as well start now. You took the time to make sure you got all your thoughts gathered and what you really want to talk about, which is fine. Some people think it's too soon. Some people think it's too late. But I guess you got to do what you got to do. Can't nobody else tell you what to do. So just be ready for what's going to happen after this first initial appearance back into the public.
Yeah, the main thing I think about Tiger Woods is that after all this that happened, I felt that he should have come up before. That way it's not going to seem as awkward and out of the blue, feeling like you're going to talk for the first time in a few months, but you're not going to answer any questions. Although most people want to ask you the questions about what's been going on, so you got to think about what you want to do. Think about what you want to say, Tiger.
Yeah, definitely. Like we discussed yesterday and talking how, if Tiger starts talking about what's going to happen, all he's doing is adding fuel to the fire and pouring on more gasoline. This is just a little more adding to the fire that he's going to be adding as he comes on Friday and talks about it and doesn't answer any questions, because after he gets done saying his words and speaks his piece and leaves, people are going to start asking him more. People are going to start trying to keep digging into Tiger's life, and he's gonna hate it because that's what he gets for not talking. It's just stupid. You want to talk the truth. You need to tell the truth, and then you suffer the consequences for it. And, he's going to be suffering. It's going to be a long week after he gets done talking on Friday.
All right. Now, moving on, we're going to talk about Donte Stallworth. Now, you may remember him, the guy who was intoxicated and killed Mario Reyes out of Miami. He was sentenced to 30 days, which was shortened to 24, and he was released by the Cleveland Browns just recently. He has been signed to the Baltimore Ravens. I mean, the Ravens were pretty much the only team to give this guy a chance after being suspended the entire 2009 season. This will be his 5th team for the former first rounder out of Tennessee. But you think this will be a good fresh start for Donte Stallworth? I mean, he really has yet to prove himself as an elite receiver coming out of Tennessee.
True, he hasn't really proved himself. And when things matter the most, when playoffs come and when the Super Bowl comes, even though he's been on great teams, New England Patriots, Philadelphia Eagles, he was good. He produced a lot of good numbers, but just when it came down to the big time, when the pressure cooked, he just didn't show up. But I feel good for Donte Stallworth to actually be given an opportunity to be playing once again. I think, NFL, looking back on the past of different players that have made stupid decisions, they get their second chance, None other than big than Michael Vick and the Eagles. So I give props to Donte Stallworth for getting a second opportunity.
Okay, let's go and get this straight. Michael Vick was killing animals. That's wrong in itself. But Donte Stallworth killed a human being and got off with it. I believe he should, since he didn't suffer in the legal system, he should suffer in his NFL career. I believe this man shouldn't have a job right now. The Baltimore Ravens, who I got to give it to him, giving this man a chance, didn't give all the reach around like they did with Michael Vick. I mean, it's crazy, mainly because, he's going to be with Ray Lewis. And nobody gets in line more than you're with Ray Lewis. But the question is, Stallworth, how are you going to prove to me that you should have a job right now? How are you going to prove to me that you deserve a second chance? Michael Vick did his by keeping it quiet, didn't come out and do all the press conferences and whatnot. You have to come out and prove to me that you deserve to be here. And if you don't do that, then this is pointless, and the Baltimore Ravens are taking a huge gamble on this.
Well, I mean, Baltimore, I'm going to look at it as on the football side as far as the team. They need a receiver.
Yes.
They don't know if Derek Mason is coming back. And Mark Clayton, who was their top draft choice in 2005, I believe, only caught 34 balls this year. So they need a receiver. And recently, Donte Stallworth is 30 years old. And recently, he ran the 40 and ran a 4.3. So, he still has his speed.
Yeah, he has the speed.
30.
But the question is, do you have the hands?
We will wait to see. He hasn't. The best season he had was when he was with New Orleans when he caught 70 passes. So, the Lions tried to get him. They couldn't find him, but Baltimore's got him. With Derek Mason not knowing whether he's coming back, you already have Mark Clayton, who you're going to try to use as your hands receiver. Mm-hmm. You still got Todd Heap right there in the middle. Yeah. So, that's another go-to person. And for Flacco, it's another... It gives him a downfield target, somebody that can stretch the defense. So, from a football standpoint, I know I would play with him on Madden. Yeah. So, it all depends. If he catches the balls, it's a good fit. If he doesn't, I just like the fact that he's able to get a second chance. I understand he killed somebody, but he has a second chance, so hopefully he takes advantage of it.
I just don't like the fact that he sat out a year. And really, he just got suspended in July. Suspended indefinitely in July. Was reinstated right after the Super Bowl was over. That's 6-7 months of just a punishment. And I don't like the fact that for that he got 24 days and 6 months from football. There should be at least another year or two added to that.
Yeah, mind you, with Baltimore getting Donte Stallworth, they have to worry about his durability because he's missed. He's pretty injury prone.
He's only missed one season.
Yeah, but
ain't that big of a difference.
No, I'm happy with the fact he's with Ray Lewis.
I'm with the fact that if he's with anybody,
Ray Lewis can help him out. Can help him out. And he's a big ambassador to the NFL, so I'm really happy for Donte